Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, the election held on the 23rd of February 2019 in Nigeria was rigged. Now every Nigerian knows that the presidential election held on the 23rd of February 2019 was rigged. Also, all the international observers that came to observe that election also came back with reports that the election was rigged. So there's absolutely no disputing or refuting the fact that that election was rigged, because that election was rigged. Everybody knows this. There's no equivocation in that assertion that that election was rigged. Everybody knows this. Omoyele Sowore knows this. Atiku knows this. Buhari knows this. The guy himself, Mahmood Yakubu, who did the rigging, he knows this. You listening to my voice know this. I'm saying, the person saying this to you, I know this. Everybody around the world knows this. Everybody knows that the election on the 23rd of February 2019 was rigged. So there's no disputing that. So with that, I bring you this. U.S. visa restrictions on Nigerian politicians vindicates our claim that 2019 elections were rigged. That is according to Atiku. So that's the headline. Again, U.S. visa restrictions on Nigerian politicians vindicates our claim that 2019 elections were rigged. And it is Atiku Abubakar saying this. So now let's get into the body of what he said. Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2019 general election, hailed the visa restrictions on some Nigerian politicians by U.S. authorities in his statement, which served as a reaction to the announcement. According to Atiku, the visa restriction vindicated his claim that the 2019 elections was rigged. He also accused the APC-led government of using propaganda to deny the rigged election, which he described as daylight robbery. He said, "It seems that the day has come. After many months of living in denial, the Buhari regime is now faced with the truth in the form of a U.S. visa ban on politicians who undermine Nigeria's democracy. The PDP presidential candidate is enmeshed in an election tribunal face-off with President Buhari over the 2019 election. He claimed he won." So now this is now the reaction to the U.S. ban on Nigerian politicians that participated in the rigging of the 2019 election. So now let's now go to the story that led to Atiku's reaction. Let's go to the story that led to Atiku making those comments that he just made. So first to that headline, 2019 election, U.S. imposed visa restrictions on Nigerian politicians. So that's the headline that's led to Atiku's reaction. So again, 2019 elections, U.S. imposed visa restrictions on Nigerian politicians. So now let's see what the U.S. has to say. The U.S. State Department on Tuesday announced that it had imposed visa restrictions on Nigerian politicians found culpable in sabotaging the 2019 election. No name was passed off in the announcement. However, Nigerian politicians affected by the visa restriction imposition are those indicted for electoral violence, rigging, and other anti-democratic activities before, during, and after the 2019 election. These individuals have operated with impunity at the expense of the Nigerian people and undermined democratic principles and human rights, spokeswoman Morgan Ortegos said in a statement. The Department of State emphasizes that actions announced today are specific to certain individuals and not directed at the Nigerian people or the newly elected government, she added. So now this is effectively what the Americans have said, and that is the reaction from Atiku. So now no more American junkets for Rotimi Amechi, etc., the usual suspects, and this Tanko Mohammed, the new guy, or all the names that you know, really, Festus Kiyamo is no longer wanted in America, etc., etc. So now this is now the position now adopted by the American government, which is a clear signal that that election that took place was nothing but a sham and a charade. But then, of course, we didn't need them to say this because before we knew that, because we already know that the thing that happened on the 23rd of February 2019 was a scam against the Nigerian state and the Nigerian people. It was a 419 against the Nigerian people, and the Yahoo leader was Yakubu Mohammed. So now he, of course, will be at the top of the list of not welcome in America. And it's quite funny, actually, because in the build-up to the election, they made a lot of hoo-ha that Atiku could not travel to America, to the point that Atiku was forced then to go to America to go and do meetings there, just to show them that he can travel to America. But now the Americans are now coming out to say that it is actually you that we do not want in our country, because you are just a bunch of LGBT looters, etc., etc., and you are criminals and you are anti-democratic and all these kind of things that the Americans are saying. So now this is now the state of play now with this development. So how this now plays out within the Nigerian space is the next question, because of course this will resonate, and Atiku is already making great play about this as it rightly should. So this will resonate, but then what would it mean in effect? What would be the impact? So now we have had the rejections from the observers, as we have said, and the Nigerian population have effectively rejected that election too, and the Americans are now going further to put travel restrictions on the cabal and the criminals who perpetrated this act of LGBT against the Nigerian state, and they have effectively, by this action and by this announcement, condemned that election completely. So that election effectively now is a scam and a joke. But how will it play out in the tribunal is the question. So we already know that the tribunal belonged to Malam Buhari, but then how would they be able to go against all of the evidence and all of the international outcry to then find in favor of Buhari? This is really what we are all waiting to see. Are they going to go the route of the Senator Adeleke route, where they will just dismiss the whole case and just hold on to a technicality that it was late to come to court on one day, and then therefore because it was late to come to court they dismissed this case, or just some spurious nonsense? So this is not one that you can dismiss on a spurious nonsense, and all of the evidence weighs against that election and against Malam Buhari continuing to be the president of Nigeria, because no sane SANE Nigerian wants Malam Buhari in place. This is a guy that wants to build Ruga in Yoruba and Igbo land. So the Yoruba and Igbos don't want him. The Northerners are being brutalized, so they don't want him. So who exactly wants Malam Buhari as the president is the question. And that election reflected that, because he lost that election, and then they just wrote figures and then announced it, and Professor Yakubu declared him president, and they thought that would be the end of the matter. But of course that is not the end of the matter, because Atiku now is not somebody that can be bought. You remember they were actually harassing Atiku at some point, going to round up his relatives with EFCC, trying to intimidate him, looking into his business interest, thinking they can bully him. But Atiku is too long in the tooth to be bullied. So now this is now something that is now urgent and imminent, and we will have a decision, of course, by sometime next month. But we already know what that decision will be anyway. They will say no matter what, we're still finding in favor of Buhari, and then Atiku will go to the Supreme Court. But then the Supreme Court, of course, is already bought and paid for as well. But then the international community are mounting pressure, and the pressure within the Nigerian state is ongoing, and then the collapse of the Nigerian state of course is imminent too. So lots of pressures everywhere. So are we then able, through this pressure, to get rid of this guy, to get him out of office, and then and rescue our country from him? That is the million-dollar question. So if you have the answers to these questions, then please come let me know in the comment section where conversations take place on this channel. But before you come let me know in the comment section what your answers are, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what your thoughts are regarding these matters in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.